Hey everyone, and welcome to Dustin Time. For those of you new, I am Dustin, and for those of you returning, hey friend, and welcome back to another episode of Building with Dustin. On today's episode of Building with Dustin, we are going to be doing 17 Culpepper house, and I called this one pink because I don't know how many times I'm going to do this apartment, but I wanted everybody to be able to find it, so I wanted to know where it goes, so I want to keep the address as part of the title. So, you know, that old chestnut. Now, this apartment costs $64,386 simoleons, and it uses a lot of packs. I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably going to want to have vintage glamour stuff for sure, because the whole master bedroom, basically, or the whole bedroom, is vintage glamour stuff. But other than that, I don't think it'd be too bad. Oh, tiny living was probably used a lot too. Yeah, tiny living was used a lot. But the only thing you'll really notice are a couple bald spots on the wall. It's whatever, bald spots are fine. So, without further ado, let's get into the speed build, shall we? Okay, so what I did on this one is I decided to keep it a one bedroom. I thought about doing it as like a studio, but I decided to keep it as one bedroom. But originally my plan was for it to be like a kind of a super modern loft looking thing, and I feel like it is, but then I decided to go with kind of a girly, as I like to call it, girly gamer loft maybe. And so it's like loft, and it's like modern, and it's like modern loft. And that's why I did the exposed concrete floors. I thought about doing ductworking in the ceiling, but I didn't want to do that. Cause I think yeah. And then I decided to go for some exposed brick to kind of bring in that loft vibe. But I ended up painting it like several different times. So I apologize for that. This is actually a really quick speed build because for some reason this was a super easy build for me to do. So yeah. So I don't know if I've told you all this story yet, because I don't think I did, because I don't think I put out a video since this happened. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to name the company, but I went on an interview, or I had several interviews for a position as a site manager for a company, and they told me numerous times that there wasn't a site manager. So that's why they were hiring me, was to do this job. And so the night before, they call me after like the third interview. Yeah. And they're like, okay, so we're going to hire you, but we want you to go through a walkthrough with the site manager at the specific building plant. And I was like, okay, I didn't say anything, but I was thinking, okay, I was told there wasn't a site manager there. Kind of a red flag. And then I was like, okay, but then it became, and we're going to hire you to be an assistant site manager. Not what I interviewed for. And we're going to pay you this, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, red flags are going off all over the place. And so they're like, you know, so we're going to message and contact the site manager at this plant, and we're going to have them meet you in the morning to do a walkthrough. I love this kitchen, you guys. I thought it was so cute. I love this apartment, to be honest with you. I think moving the kitchen and the bedroom around was a good idea. It gave the great room a much bigger feel. And they're like, and she doesn't know that she's getting an assistant, and really the job of assistant site manager isn't even a job. And okay. So I get off the phone with them. I agree to meet this person. This lady texts me. She could tell by her text message even that she's just as surprised as I was about the whole situation. And so I agree to go meet her, and she seems okay, like, on the messages. So I go meet her, and she's really nice, really sweet, really funny. She walks me around, and at the end she's like, so do you have any questions? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of have a little bit of a query, a little question for you. And she's like, oh, what's that? And I said, how long have you been the manager of the site? And she's like, almost a year. Okay, well, was told that, I said, well, I'm just confused because I was told I was interviewing to be the site manager here because there wasn't one. I said, up until last night. And she says, well, yeah, I didn't. And I said, and I was under the impression that you didn't even know you were getting an assistant till last night. That's true. I said, okay. I said, well, that's kind of concerning to me. And she was like, and we talked a little bit more. And she's like, well, can I be honest with you? And I'm like, girl, I'm all about honest. And she's like, well, I think they brought you in to replace me because I've got this site under control after it was a mess. And they just don't want to pay me any more money. And so then we just started chatting, and and so like her and her wife were having the same conversation that my boyfriend and I were having the same night before this walkthrough, and then just yeah. So I mean, it's just I've never been involved in something like this. And then like the recruiter for the company messaged her a bunch of times, and she was answering her, and then the lady that I did the walkthrough with wrote the recruiter back and was like, well, Dustin only did have one question. He was kind of confused, and so was I. And she explained what we talked about, and the recruiter just didn't talk to her anymore. And the recruiter messaged me and was like, hey, we just want to talk to you about your walkthrough today, and get your opinion on the situation, and ask me basically what was said. And I was like, you're not going to bring me into your drama, so I just ignored it, and then I ignored it again. And then later that night at like 8 o'clock at night, the director of operations messaged me and was like, hey, we'd really like to speak with you. And I'm like, no, not at all. No, I'm not the one. I'm not gonna get involved in your shady shit. You go ahead and have fun with that. That is not for me at all. So I love how this little book rack and stuff turned out here. I spent a lot of time decorating it. But yeah, I think it's so cute. And then like, see, I added this bust in, and I'm not saying that's necessarily like a girly thing, but I could totally see like a fashion designer or something. And I guess it could be a guy too, but I went for a more feminine, quote unquote, color scheme. I don't know how to explain it. A pastel color scheme in the end. But yeah, this is literally going to be the shortest speed build I've ever done. So while I'm thinking about it real quick, I want to say hello to all the new subscribers on the page. Welcome to the family. I'm just blown away. There's over 300 and something of you now, like 316, and like 30 of you within like the last week, and that's insane. I love every bit of it though. So welcome, and I'm just thank you so much. I hit 10,000 downloads on the gallery. That's just insane to me. Thank you again for that. It's just a lot. So here's where I started doing this color, and I sent pictures of this one with the blue color and the blue chairs to some of my friends, and they were like, oh my god, I love it, I love it, I love it. But I realized that in the last apartment I did, which was the last speed build here on the channel, I used the same color basically. It was a little different, but not enough for it to be in another video. So there's that. And so that's why we went with the color you'll see in a minute. So yeah, I like it though. I think this apartment turned out really, really good. I love those blinds. They're from Get to Work, and I don't know why, but I am obsessed with them. Oh, real quick, can we talk about, though, for those of you who know and have heard already, The Sims is coming out as a new pack type, and it's called Kits. And basically what it is it's a miniature stuff pack, and it's going to only have like a couple items in it, or about like several items in it, or it's only going to have like a couple items, but it'll have gameplay. So like the one kit that that leaked was the Bust the Dust Sim 4 kit, and it's basically going to like have dirt and stuff, and then you can use vacuum cleaners to clean it up, which I love vacuum cleaners, so I am absolutely excited about it. Now the kits as a whole kind of concerns me. I won't lie. I don't know why. It kind of concerns me. I personally am starting to think that they're stalling for time because they're not ready for Sims 5 yet, which is fine. I would rather them take their time with that than to rush that out and just give us a mediocre piece of bullshit. But yeah, I'm country kitchen and throwback workout stuff for the other ones. And I will say this, the leaked photos of the country kitchen is pretty sweet ass looking kitchen. I'm hoping it comes in some different swatches though. I'm concerned about the swatches on it because I want to be able to use it in other builds, not just like farmhouses. So there's that. But you know, but yeah, I've been obsessed with vacuum cleaners since I was a little kid. So it's kind of like I can vacuum now. I mean, I have the robot vacuum, which I wonder if that one will collect the dust bunnies. Hopefully they'll do a little tie-in on that. I also think that we should be due for a game pack soon. I think we should have one in March, but I could be wrong about that. But they seem to be doing new things and not following the same schedule they followed last year. So I don't know what we're in for, kids. I'm kind of excited though. I feel like there might be some big things coming. They've also announced that they're going to be doing a thing called the laundry list, which is going to be like a list of known issues out there, and they're going to start fixing bugs. I don't know how far they're going to go with it, but hey, the more the merrier. And if we could just get to the kitchen and rearrange a few things, we could certainly party with the Haitians. And can I remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty. So anyway, so there's that. Oh, here's where we change our colors, girls. Where we coming? A spring, maybe an autumn. I just thought it was, I don't know, it just came to me and everything was like flowing together. So I was just doing it. I decided to leave the bathroom in this speed build because if I didn't, it would have been like 5 minutes. So there's that. Yeah, I like this bathroom. I think it turned out well. I actually forgot to post photos of the bathroom when I posted the photos of this on Facebook. So there's that for yous. You know, I do what I can. I'm not perfect, but I try. No, I'm just kidding. I like that shower. That's actually a base game shower, and for anybody who's wanting to know, the toilet came from Cats and Dogs. The tile, the doors, and the wallpaper are all base game. That shelf right there, right there is Tiny Living. That light is base game. I think that's patio stuff. Also, for the 21st anniversary, if you guys didn't know, 21st birthday of the Sims franchise, they gave us 21 items created by 9 custom content creators. If you have updated your game to the latest update that was released on 2/25/2021, you do have those new things in your game, and they all are supposed to be labeled with who made them. And with a special icon for the anniversary thing so you can find them easier. I do believe that some of them in some people's games are missing tags, so I look to see that to be an upgrade or an update that comes out. Also, what was the other thing I saw the other day? Oh, March 2nd, tune in on Twitter and I believe maybe YouTube. They're going to announce more about the Sims 4 kits. So, and bunk beds are coming to The Sims 4, which, oh my god, fine-a-frickin-ly. They're coming at the end of March, along with the skin tone update, which, in my opinion, is going to be an update before a game pack, but I could be wrong about that, but we'll see, won't we, kids? We shall see. I love this bedroom. It is gorge. Gorge. But again, a lot of city living, which is fine because you need that for apartments, but a lot of vintage glamour. So just real quickly, in the last couple days, paranormal packs a lot in this one too, which I recommend that pack just for the build buy. Even if you don't have to do anything haunted. It's a lot trade. If you don't put it on your lot, your Sims never have to experience ghosts. There are a lot of cute build buy objects in paranormal stuff, and it is only a $10 stuff pack. That armoire that was just there before this one was one of the new game updates. And just to fill you guys in on what I've been doing the last couple days, so much. So I had that crazy interview. I fixed a friend of mine's water line, which took 2 days because the underside of their house was flooded and there was a lot of stuff broken and I had to go in there and fix it. I picked up siding for my sister-in-law and then I installed the siding today. That's why my hands are all cut up because aluminum siding sucks. What else? No, I don't think so. I feel like there's more than that. I cleaned today because a friend of mine is coming over tomorrow who I haven't seen in forever. But, you know, he's on his way through town to see somebody, a family member of his. So he's going to stop by and we're going to hang out for a little bit on opposite sides of the room while wearing masks. That'll be fun because, you know, nobody comes over. So I really like the way this concrete floor looks in here. It's hard to kind of see with the grid on, so I apologize for that, but I like to have the grid because it's helping me. But here we go, you guys. Here's the living room and the kitchen and the dining room. Here is the other side of the room. I love those couches. They're the ones from Paranormal Stuff. The table is from City Living. There's the kitchen, which a lot of that's base game and City Living. Here is the bedroom. I love this bedroom. I figure like a fashionista or an influencer would like live in here, or like somebody who works in like fashion online or something like that. And I even squeezed in a little bitty laundry room for you guys. Can you believe it? So here's the before, the bofo in the hood, and here is the after. The after, you guys. Okay, so just real quickly, just so you know, this room right here, vintage glamour. The living room down there, a lot of paranormal stuff. The hallway right here, vintage glamour, eco lifestyle. In the kitchen, mostly base game, a few decorative things from different packs, 2 lights from Moschino stuff, and laptop from university. So that is it for the speed build, my loves. Alright guys, so that's it for the speed build. I want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you haven't. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ding the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. Also, I post on here when I'm going live on Twitch, so maybe you guys can stop by and we can hang out. I hope to see you there sometime. I love you all to pieces. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you later, Tater.